Okay, hi. My name is Junior Oak, and my chapter was Exodus 20. And the title that I give this chapter is The Laws of God. Exodus 20 is basically about the mass departure of people, which is basically the definition of Exodus. So, after God had freed the Israelites from slavery, He gives them laws to keep and follow while they're wandering around in the desert. And the laws that God gave to the Israelites are called the Ten Commandments because they're 10 commandments. Some keywords of this chapter was you, shall, and not. So God, some questions that I had during this chapter was that how would God deliver the Ten Commandments to Moses? Like it makes me curious how God would deliver it to Moses. Like He might have made it magically appear, or He might have delivered it to him, like Moses personally. And is the Ten Commandments in Exodus 20 the only reference to the law that we are to keep? So is there anywhere else in the Bible that the Ten Commandments are appearing, or like it makes a reference to it? And if so, like how specific are they to this Ten Commandments? And some comments by Matthew Henry are that uncharitableness and censoriousness are sins that are the causes of many other sins. So basically, being selfish makes us sin more, and because there's more temptations. And when men have once persuaded themselves concerning such and such that they have not the fear of God, they think this will justify them in the most unjust and unchristian practices towards them, and will not do ill if they did not first think ill. So this basically means that once you think of doing something evil, you will probably do it, and evil actions don't come with always come with evil thoughts. So God is trying to prevent this by making the Ten Commandments, so it's like firm and clear that you should not do this and you shouldn't even think of doing this. Some notes by experts are that God's zeal or jealousy is to protect His people or His institutions or His honor. Yahweh's honor is bound up with the life of His people, so this basically means that God should protect. God would want to keep His honor by making the people righteous and not act in an uncivilized way. And the promise here is national rather than individual. So although it is certainly true that the blessings of life was promised for anyone who was obedient to God's commands. So this basically means that if you keep God's commands, then God will be happy with you, and you will get the blessing of like it was promised. And what does Exodus 20 show about God and His people? Exodus 20 shows that God has laws, and if we obey them, it will set us to the right path. So if people obey, then like before, God will give us the promise that He has given us, the blessing of life. And yeah, Exodus 20 shows that people will want to do things at certain times, and God wants to create laws and boundaries to clarify that people should not do these acts. So, like stated before, God wants His honor, and His honor comes from the people, so He doesn't want people to act in an uncivilized way. He wants them to be as obedient and unevil as possible. So yeah. And these are my credits for the images below. And thank you for listening. Yay.